If you, for example, Chief, you may win this election because, I mean, the election is not yet, conducted. But if you come out a winner in this election, what do you hope and why do you want to be a senator representing Anambra Central Senatorial District?
I want to go to the Senate, first of all, to help in building a Nigerian nation that is anchored on the rule of law, one. Two, that is anchored on equality of rights of the citizens of this country, a country where everybody will be proud to belong to. And how do you achieve that country? Is by being even-handed to everybody. Nigeria is multi-ethnic, multilingual, and so many diversities here, including religion. It is like that in America. America is a multi-ethnic society, different languages, and so on, different backgrounds. It's a plural society. Yet, America was able to harmonize their differences and produce Bill of Rights that even if you are a Spaniard, but you are now American by migration, or you are whatever tribe that you belong to, you get equal treatment in the eyes of the law.
And you think you can achieve this by being a senator?
Why not? Why not? That is the way it started.
If you, for example,
that they've been asking this question. Let me tell you. You know, in America, equal rights for the citizens did not come from the majority population, the whites. It was Martin Luther King Jr., who was a minority black, that sparked it off. He said he had a dream where every American will have equal access to everything, equal opportunities, despite your color, your creed, whatever you profess. You know, at that time, it was a taboo for a white man to sit with a black man in one bus rolling.
All right, because a lot of...
At the end of the day, he started it as a minority civil rights activist, as a black man. Today, Barack Obama, a black man, is president of America. So if I get to the Senate, remember, the people who are in the Senate are Nigerians. They've been traveling abroad. They see how things are done outside in civilized democracies. And they want to wish it on Nigeria.
Are you satisfied with the way things are going at the Senate, for example?
Well, that's why I want to get there.
You hope
I want to get there. If I get there, I should be able to do a few things that will motivate people to think about Nigeria that is run on the basis of equity and fairness.
Do you just want to get there? Or because a lot of people think that, well, being a lawmaker, there's just a little that you can do in terms of making this kind of thing happen, because it is not only your idea, it is the idea of an entire group of people.
Let me tell you, nobody who is a human being that has conscience will approve some of the things going on in Nigeria. Even there are northern senators that are progressives. If you tell them that what you are asking for is equity and fairness, justice does not hurt anybody. So if we get there, we know how to do the work.
What are the first
by collaborating with people who are progressive minded, that are bound in the Senate.
What would be your major push when if you get to the Senate?
Of course, you know, most of these things are debated at the Senate. Even appropriation bills, you know, go to the Senate. There are too many things that are brought to the Senate for approval before the executive arm of government will implement them. So when I'm there, I will be very conscious of balance. There must be balance in the things we do. And there are people who support balance. If you resist balance, you will continue to harvest crisis and anarchy, disaffection, agitation for one thing or the other. So only people who are there that are focused on how to maintain balance and a progressive, united Nigeria.
So you will be asking for the rights of the Igbo people when you get there?
No, equal rights for all Nigerians, not only Igbo people.
You said that your people are being marginalized. So yes, you will be fighting.
Of course, we have to reduce the skewed nature of the structure, the structural imbalance. There is need for that. If you say that the status quo will be sustained, then they're not wishing Nigeria a wrong future. You must address these things. The confab report, remember, was part of the documents handed over to President Buhari by Jonathan. That confirmed report is somewhere. Because people who made that report came from all over Nigeria, eminent Nigerians. Emirs were there, retired justices of the Supreme Court were there, retired generals were there, civil society, so many, in fact, the intelligence share in Nigeria, eminent people were all there, and all these things were debated. We took care of things like rotational presidency across the 6 geopolitical zones, first between North and South. So there were things that we brought out to douse this agitation for this or that.
Are you confident of winning at this election, Chivume?
The election is there for me to win.
How
you
do
know,
you
when you asked the other question that I was trying to evade defeat, the phantom claim, I just gave you the figures of the election. Even from suppressed position, I got 86,000. Those who had all the facilities of federal government got 93,000. When that is now removed, and we're going back to our people, I'll tell you it will be a landslide victory. But what I'm demanding is that this election must be conducted according to law. Proper candidates will take part in this election, like what I've read out for you. If the law says that only candidates that took part in the nullified election should go for the fresh election, you cannot import intruder into that election.
But if that does not happen, what happens? What would you do?
It must happen. This is the rule of law. You know, that's why I always laugh. Each time I come here, I tell you what the law says, and they laugh. At the end of the day, I will prevail. I've been in the courtrooms all these years fighting wrong actions, and I've never lost one. So in this present situation, INEC, that is the institution that conducts the election, must live above board.
All right.
INEC must now come out, because INEC was the institution sued by Labour Party. They were the respondents up to the Court of Appeal of the Supreme Court. So they know what the law says. If they don't want to enforce the law, we will begin to feel that INEC is afraid of the ruling party. You know, they must do what the law says. You know,
right.
And following this judgment of the Supreme Court, like the PDP that's pretending that they don't know the law, there was another judgment that says only in an election that is nullified on the ground of qualification.
We need to go.
When when a candidate is not qualified to contest and an election is nullified, that candidate will not take part in the fresh election, and the party that presented the candidate will not present a new candidate.
All right.
It is the law. The documents are here.
Thank you so much.
So this is the way to go. Because if you go on without following the law, if I finish, the election can be nullified again.
We have to leave it at that. Thank you so much, Chief Victor. Thank you so much. Many thanks for having you, talking to us on Politics Today on Channel Television. Thank you so much.
Well, forget this joke they are doing. They are doing primary, APC, PDP. They should go and look at the judgment.
That's the show for today. That's Chief Victor, man.
Not High Court.
The candidate of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, talking to us. Many thanks for being such a great company. Also, on behalf of our team here at Channel Television Headquarters, I'm Shemo Kimale. Bye for now.